Sunshine. Sunshine is it's pretty minimal here today.
Yeah,
It was earlier, but not right now.
it's been very hazy here all day, but the heat is just too much. As a British person, we just can't deal with it. So
Like, I'm not designed for this.
I really am not. I'm really not. As I said to you ladies earlier, like 3 weeks ago, we had to have the heating on, and now it's like 30 degrees. Too much. Too much for me.
Poor thing. That is tough. That's hot anywhere. Anywhere that's that hot is going to feel it.
And it's just humid. I think it was like 90% humidity today as well. So
might as well just rain at that point. It might as well just be rain.
Yeah.
That would be great.
At least get some of the effects.
My eyes are so dark, you guys. Oh, this is like demonic. We can't do that. Let's angle this. Sorry, real quick. I'm sorry.
It's a different spot. They're not used to seeing you in this spot. Well, we're not either.
Switched it up. We'll be back to our normal spot soon.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
How's the weather where you are, Lauren?
Thursday next week, likely, but yeah. The weather, we have a good breeze. It is hot. It's thoroughly hot, but there is a breeze that makes it bearable. I should have brought the fan. You know what? No, I shouldn't have brought the fan. We're fine. But yeah, it's sunny out.
All sunshine. All around. Yeah. Okay, so hello and welcome back to the Argon AI Twitch channel. My name is Jess and I will be your host today. I am joined by the wonderful Paula and the wonderful Lauren. Hey ladies. So today it's Monday, so that means it's flags and polls. So what that means is this stream is going to focus on some interesting made-up scenarios that revolve around artificial intelligence. So this could be anything from discussing what decisions an AI would make depending on certain situations or criteria it's given, or it could be an AI competing against a human. Who would win? We don't know. But what's so great about Monday's flags and polls? No right or wrong answer. So everybody tuning in, feel free to, comment along with us. Let us know what you think of today's scenarios because we welcome it. We want you to get involved. So let us know what you think. But as always, be sure to friend us, follow us on here to get notified every time we go live. That way you can get involved in the conversation as it goes on. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @ArgonAI. Be sure to follow us on all of those platforms. There's some great content that gets posted on there. youtube.com/Argon. Be sure to subscribe. Once these streams expire over here, they do get transferred over, so be sure to go subscribe. And as always, the website at the top, argon.com. Go there, check out Argon, download it. It's completely free. You can have a conversation with Argon just like how we're having a conversation on here. So be sure to go and check it out. So ladies, how was your weekend?
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a good weekend.
Good. I'm glad. Just fine. Good. I'm glad. Does anybody have a random question? I don't, so I'm going to check it out to one of you ladies.
What's your favorite color to wear?
Oh.
Because, that changes from your actual favorite color. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, my favourite colour, as much as Lauren hates it, is purple. But I don't necessarily wear purple.
I don't hate it. I've just been traumatized by it. It's a traumatic response. It's not the same as hating it. I don't hate it.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I do wear a lot of black. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I think black is safe. Maybe that's why I wear it.
And sophisticated.
Classic.
Yeah. And also, sweat marks. You can't see that when you're wearing black. So I feel like it is safe for many reasons. But yeah, I'm going to go black. I'm going to stay a little bit safe, but I'm going to go black.
That's funny. Favorite color to wear. So there's the colors I actually wear, and then there's my favorite color to wear. Like when I wear it, I feel good. They're different, I think. I say that because I'm not quite sure yet. As I'm talking to you is when I'm figuring it out. I think my favorite color that I actually wear is probably white, which is the absence of color. but I wear a lot of white. But like my actual, like the color that when I wear it, I feel really great. Oh gosh, it's kind of, I mean, they're both in the red family, so it's either red, sorry, allergies, red or orange. Orange is my actual favorite color. So, but it's like, it depends on the shade for both of those. But I put them together because they're both from the red family.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Even blue is another great one. Damn it, that's a hard question.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you moved on because that's mine. I love to wear navy blue.
Yeah.
Different shades of blue, but I go more towards the navy blue, royal blue sometimes, but navy blue is like my favorite. I just think can dress it up, you can dress it down. Always looks pretty polished and just nice.
It's also a really great alternative to black. It doesn't have the same intensity.
Yeah.
Or should I say, it has its own intensity, but it's because it's slightly different. It still gives your eye something that's like, oh, is it? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this is navy blue and white. So it looks just slightly. It's like, oh, is that black or is it navy blue? It's navy blue. I also really like to wear hues of gold, like golds and yellows. I really, really like that.
They look good on you. They do look good on you.
Okay.
You have like a warm. You have a little bit of a golden undertone there too. So I think that's why they work so well. The gold specifically, and I think gold and blue also are very great kind of opposites. So it's always a good contrast. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My favorite regular life color is seafoam green, but I don't wear that ever. Don't wear it ever.
It's funny because I feel like you should have clothes. Like I feel like even just hearing you say it's your favorite color, I could imagine you with a ton of items in that shade.
Right. Yeah. I like green, emerald green as well, but only have a couple of things. So, I mean, I would like to wear more of that color, but I just don't have a lot of things that are emerald green.
This is the moment when that changes.
Yeah. It's a revelation. You're like, I need some more emerald green clothes. Or bags. Bags. That'd be good.
Yeah.
So Ashy D95, hello, welcome back as always, has said, hello, my favourite colour is red, but I like to wear green. Hey.
Yeah. So none of us really wear our favorite colour.
No.
Interesting. I guess because it seems like, well, we all like colors that are pretty strong if you wear them in their purest form. You know, purple, like a strong, true purple is an unavoidable color.
Yeah.
Same, I think, like a bright blue or like red, orange, you know. So I guess that's kind of, and green. I guess that's kind of why we end up doing literally not that. Like white. I wear white. That
is interesting though when you put it like that. Yeah, I don't think I own anything that's purple. But it's my favourite colour.
What's weird, like, I think you'd look amazing in purple too, so.
Well, there you go.
Clearly we all just need to get our lives together, because I don't own that many orange things, although I have my eye on some stuff, but yeah.
And then J Farb says, hey guys, hey, welcome back. Hey. And says, oh, and my favourite colour is orange, but I don't wear it much. Hey!
You and me both!
Hey! That is great. Look at us. Oh, look at us. A nice variation as well. I like that.
Yeah. No one was like, sparkle is my favorite color.
Just glitter. Glitter
everything. That with shade. If that's someone's favorite concept, then, you know, go ahead.
That is thrown out, because normally, you know, I wouldn't expect anybody to come back with that, so. Okay, ladies, are we ready to get started with the first scenario?
Indeed.
Okay, and a reminder, everybody tuning in, be sure to comment along, let us know what you think of today's scenarios. And these are made-up scenarios, so they're not actually about Argon, they're just a made-up artificial intelligence. Okay, scenario 1. Factory workers have used the old-fashioned way of of monitoring quality control by overlooking all of the products produced on the conveyor belt. Having a human set of eyes greatly guarantees that what is being given to the consumer will be consistent and whole. The AI machine that was just installed can produce the goods at a higher rate per hour than a human, but the quality control scan is done by a computer instead of eyes. Which system is the best for the longevity of the company?
Repeat the scenario, the two options.
So you've got human set of eyes greatly guarantees that what is being given to the consumer will be consistent and whole. The AI machine that was just installed can produce the goods at a higher rate per hour than a human, but the quality control scan is done by computer instead of eyes. Also, Jay Farms has just said, I don't think I'll ever get tired of hearing scenario in Jess's accent. Thank you.
No, it really does have scenario. It's just not as cute. Scenario. For sure.
So Paula, I'm going to chuck it to you first.
Okay. I feel like most factories, the way things are done now, and factories are doing just fine in terms of quality control. I do believe that AI has made many advances in the whole world of what you produce being consistently good quality, even though humans aren't actually forming it. All I'm thinking in my head, all I can see right now is that episode of I Love Lucy and the conveyor belt of all those things and how just everything ends up going wrong.
When they had two PR classes in college, did they play that episode? Because for marketing in business at one point, I think we were doing a logistics course and they had us watch that scene.
I can't remember specifically, but I feel like that video has been played in the most random places throughout life of just, humans don't always, get it right. When it comes to mass producing things, in speaking about longevity of a company, I definitely believe that AI would be of a greater advantage of doing that and keeping everything consistent. I do believe even if there needed to be tweaks made, that the AI just would be reconfigured, a little bit tweaked here and there, and whatever else is produced is of good quality. When it comes to the quality control of things, I do believe humans are a part of that process even to this day, not at the beginning or the middle, but at the end when everything is actually made, formed, and packaged. Humans actually do check it to make sure that there are no faulty items in batches or whatever is being produced. And even when there is, because nothing is completely perfect, it's one out of what, like 70,000. You know what I mean? Like it's a pretty solid number to say that longevity. So you are taking less time to produce more materials is definitely more efficient and also possibly cheaper because you don't have to pay a human being to do these things. All of the investment would be on the AI end and the technology that you are using to make products be produced more efficiently and better quality and consistently speedy. So I'm going to go with AI. That's my answer.
Thank you, Paula. I don't know. I think I struggle a little bit when it says that having a human set of eyes guarantees the products are going to be consistent, because that's not necessarily true. That's not always true, because I know we're all human here, of course, and I know
leading angle to that question. Yes.
Full disclosure. I wrote this.
It's fine. Paula.
Did you have to announce it? It's okay.
That's not why I was saying it. That's not what I was saying. I was just saying, like, to, you know, as we all like to do, is sort of bring out the certain points in the scenario that, you know, the human eye isn't always necessarily consistent, and us as humans aren't necessarily always right. And I think actually, you know, the rate to which an AI could, you know, produce a consistent product compared to a human, I think would be way higher. And I just think, yeah, in terms of longevity, I think having AI, as we've said, we did a Throwback Thursday about, you know, factories and everything. So if you go to youtube.com/Argon, go check it out there. Just having, you know, the fact that an AI can kind of be involved in different areas of the company at, you know, this precise moment, I think is going to be way better for the longevity of the company. And what Paula was saying, I think the fact of having AI over humans, you're going to save money. You're going to save time as well, because as it says here, you know, the AI can actually produce more products per hour. So I'm fully AI. I think, you know, I've got to be biased here. I'm going AI, but I think purely just because we discussed it on a Throwback Thursday episode, I really enjoyed that one because it's not, you know, an industry I'm necessarily familiar with.
For no reason, that's what it is.
You're just like, but you know, AI. I am AI in this scenario.
Yeah, same for basically all the reasons that you all have said. Yeah, you know, when you think about it, if the question is about the human, and you know, we know that the human isn't perfect, so guaranteed is misleading part of the question is a little tricky. But also the you know, we don't know how well engineered the AI is, and whatever they use to scan or check. You know, it's again, it's kind of limitless when you have the right AI engineered for a particular, you know, product or service. You can have a lot of cool features that really change how things are done. So I would just say I agree. I would go with the AI on this one.
Full house. Right, let me look at the comments. J Farbs has said that AI might produce better, but I feel like I'd trust a human more to ensure my products are safe.
That's your bias is showing. That is a very response, because as we've said in previous articles, and that's totally fair, by the way. I'm not actually correcting you when I say that. It's a joke. But you know, in articles that we've read on like for some of our, back when we had Topic Tuesday episodes, I think it was an article Paula brought up actually, that the AI, when it comes to things like diagnosis, had a far higher rate of accurate diagnosis and success. And so if we look at something like, than a human doctor, even with experience, right? So when you actually look at the numbers, the AI tends to actually do better when it comes to checking and finding errors. And I think, again, because there aren't those biases, it doesn't get tired. You know, it's not like, oh, shoot, I need to get somewhere. Let me clock out quickly. The machine just does what it's designed to do. Of course, if there is an error, then yes, it will repeat the error. But again, when you fix it, then you're again going back to operating at a high level. So, you know, studies have just shown that machine, it's more human. Like he said, it's the comfort, he or she. But like they said, it's the comfort with humanity and people, why we often go towards people, and not necessarily because the outcome is going to actually make the difference, because it's just shown that that's not the case. The machine tends to get it better. Crazy though, crazy, because you wouldn't think so. You'd be like, oh no, a person, clearly, but surprises every day. AI.
Those articles, you know, what's funny is that this question was written a little bit ago, but even after doing the Topic Tuesday episodes, it really expanded my horizon on the capabilities, you know, furthermore. But also being a part of Argon has changed my whole perspective on AI and really just how reliable it is, and how humans actually, you know, we are fallible. You know, nothing is foolproof, nothing is perfect, but AI gets it right a lot more of the times than you would say humans. I think it's because humans know humans. That is where maybe the apprehension comes in. But the thing is like, no, like the computer AI, it really is tried and true pretty consistently, at least in the world of the medical field, which I do believe the medical field really came in pretty early into the idea of AI being integrated into hospital systems and ways of doing things on that end. But it's huge for even the medical world to admit to the fact that AI, gets it right more often than doctors do.
Is that well, yeah, but so much of what they do is based on kind of making sure their exact science is, replicable, because you got to be, know what led to a success or a failure, because it's literally a life or death.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's like taking all of these skilled doctors' brains and putting it into a system that never stops learning and learns off of what is put into the system. So, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that AI really does give the upper hand in most situations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point. And I think that's so true that, we are humans, so that's what we know best. So when it comes to AI, getting involved in these different industries, people are less inclined to trust them over humans because we've been doing it for X amount of years where, the AI, the robots, etc. are new or could be fairly new. And then Ashley D has said, I think I would pick the human in this scenario. So they're against
Bias.
2.
You're all just showing biases. I'm just
3 against 2.
What is it?
I'm interested why did Ashley D say they prefer the human?
Let us know, Ashley D. Comment along.
Yeah, let us know, because even as I was writing the question, it sounded like that was possibly my first thought as well. Guaranteed. To use a word like guaranteed is funny because, I mean, we are all so fallible. Like, there is no, it's like, that's definitely not it. You know what I mean? But it seems as if when I was even writing the scenario, what I love so much about Monday and Flags and Polls is that, there is no right or wrong answer. But I think even a little bit of my, I was, trying to get the conversation going, and it really is going because it's just about split down the middle. It really is.
You mean between us and the viewers?
Yeah, which is interesting. I like that.
Yeah, but again, it's not always the same every Monday, which again, I really appreciate, because as we always say, us on here are not inclined to say the AI, and you tuning in are not inclined to say AI either. So it is always really interesting.
Sometimes I'm inclined, but I'm not forced.
Yeah. You know what I mean. We don't have a gun, pointed to you, being like, you must say AI.
Why don't you say AI, though?
I know.
We just sat there, straight face, like, she's done it again. Like,
might choose the human/manual version of something. It's like, okay, all right.
I love to hear your perspective on it. Like, you're like, why, like why you chose it, because you always have one. You always have a reason, and I think that's human. We as people, I mean, they say that humans aren't as logical as they think they are, but humans have a reason why they do it, whether logic or not. And I'm not saying that you aren't logical. I'm just saying that, like, you have a reason. There's a perspective there, and I think it's good to have that out there. Has Ashley D responded?
not as of yet.
All right. Well, maybe they're just thinking it over before they
thinking it
respond.
through.
My allergies are hoping
we can move on to the next one. But Ashley D, you're still more than welcome to give us your reason, and we will get back to you if you do want to respond. Again, we're not pressuring you to respond, but if you want to, you can.
Oh shoot! I gotta write an essay. Oh my god.
No. Okay, right.
All of the chats, even after this episode is done,
yeah.
And
We can get back to you. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Scenario 2, because Lauren's allergies. So, would you rather search and have to physically read an article yourself, or have an AI search for articles for you and read them to you? So it's a nice chill one.
You know, that's purely a preferential thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there is no better way or worse way of doing things. It really is just a preference. That's like, you know, asking today, would you like a book to be read to you, or do you just want to read the book? I think it depends on what you're trying to get out of the experience.
Research. This is research. This is not books. This is research. For me, I'll take any help I can get, because research is, there's no guarantee that I like what I'm researching. So having it read to me just helps me to get through the slog without having to like use my eyes. I can close my eyes and listen. I can drink coffee and I mean, I don't drink coffee, but like I could if I wanted to. At the same time, you know, I could be. You can use your eyes and hands to do something while you're listening, and it reduces the amount of time you have to spend paying attention to the details. And hopefully, if this is an AI that has any kind of like awareness, like context awareness, it'll know like this kind of research paper. You know, if it's for an assignment, you like a school assignment, you might need something from a reputable source. If it's just something that's your own personal curiosity, maybe it's something a silly thing you're researching, you know, then you can have that as well. So I like that I'd be able to essentially, yeah, I would totally let my AI do that for me. I mean, that's why we got Argon, so it could get information that we didn't have to get ourselves, and it could tell us. So, I mean, I'm not even going to claim lack of bias on that, because I'm 100% biased.
See, I'm kind of split. So it comes down to the way I learn. So I'm more of a visual learner. So when it comes to reading, I feel like I have to give it my attention. But if the AI could find the articles for me, great. And then I'll just read them myself.
There you go.
There you go. I'm split in the middle. Yeah.
This week, it is Jess who is sitting the fence.
It's me. It's me this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be one day.
It's true. It's true. But I'm just thinking of like personal preference. And I can't sit here pretending like if an AI is reading to me, you know, normal speed, however, I'm going to get distracted. I might be looking at something else and then I might just not even listen to it. Because sometimes I do that with podcasts, not going to lie. I do that sometimes. But yeah, if I can just not... Yeah, I know. So if, the AI can find the articles for me, I don't want to do the research. That can do the hard work for me. And then I'll just read it. I'll just take the time to read it myself.
What is cool about this question is that certain AIs like Argon would take that into consideration. The fact that your learning preference is a different way.
Yeah.
You know, all of the information could be found for you and ready and geared up to read you said articles. But if you so choose to forego that extra assistance, you can just do it yourself, which really does speak to the ease and usability of a wonderful AI such as Argon. What I would say to this is, I think research, no matter what you're researching, even if you are passionate about it, there's going to be enough reading that has to come into the process anyway. So why not have your AI look up all of the articles for you? At least it's making sure it's from a reputable source, which is so important these days because there's so many articles out there that is just not real or accurate. And so even if your preference is to read the articles yourself, at least you are reading from reputable sources and sources that are legitimate, as opposed to wasting your time and going through and being like, oh, I got it from this website, and it's like, oh, that's not even a reputable source, you know, and possibly would not be eligible for, if you're turning in a research paper or a thesis, it be, not valid because the source is not correct, So I think I would definitely choose the AI to at least gather the information. And if I so chose to read the information, at least I know what was researched is and what I am reading and absorbing into my brain is from a reputable, actually factual place that the information is just correct and accurate as opposed to like wasting time on fake.
So you said you wouldn't have it read to you? Did you have it do it and read to you? Or you do it all yourself? So it was a strong either or.
It was an either or. All right, I'll have it read to me.
Like all fence sitters today. So I want to hear what you pick.
Okay, I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm going to have it read to me, have it research for me and read to me. I do appreciate being read to. I do like that.
Are you an audiobook fan?
Excuse me?
Are you an audiobook fan?
I am. But I do find myself, sometimes if you're super tired, instead of you naturally stopping yourself, you dozing off to a soothing voice is kind of bad because first it's like you have to rewind anyway. So sometimes if you just read it yourself, you can naturally stop. But yeah, I'm going to go with AI to do my research and read to me. I still find it soothing. So much so to the point sometimes I doze off.
It depends. I feel like you have to remember though, like I've had some pretty bad audiobook experiences where there was no way you were falling asleep to the voice of the reader. It was a strong choice that was made, and so you were not falling asleep.
I don't know.
I won't name any names.
Yeah, no, don't. Just shout it out. Yeah. I don't know, actually, if I've ever listened to an audiobook before. Maybe that's what my problem is. Yeah.
I feel like you love them. I feel like you would actually love an audiobook.
I do really enjoy reading. So maybe.
Who also understands the written word and very much values it. I'm okay with you reading the traditional book. I really don't think that at all.
Yeah. But I feel like I would enjoy audiobooks. I do need to try it. I'm just very behind,
Behind.
What did Paula say?
You can just like close your eyes and you are at the place. You're immersed.
Mm-hmm.
But then don't let it be too soothing because then you're closing your eyes and then you're
like, oh, I don't remember anything about that book aside from the weird dreams it gave me.
Yeah.
You're not listening to anything that has horror in it.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
You'll wake up to a horror in your dream. It's just, if that happens. Otherwise, some people fall asleep and they're like dead asleep and then nothing. It's just wake up. All right, pick up where I left off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got J Farbs that has said AI easy. I'm much more of an audio learner than visual. Okay. So if I can have articles read to me, sign me up. Oh.
There you go. You see, but Jess, that goes to your point, which is a good point. What kind of learner are you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the fact is that AI, as your beautiful fence sitting so clearly points out, can kind of, if it's done right, can provide for either type of person.
Mm-hmm.
What I wonder is what happens to the spatial listener in the early days. Ooh, there's certainly something an AI can do, but I won't get into that now.
You're like, my allergies are just, no, I need to just So then Ashley D did get back to us, I've just seen. So they said, again, I think it's just because I'm human and that is just what I feel would be better. So bias. Bias. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, please do not feel like attacked You or any Ashley D95 or any other viewer, do not feel attacked if you do not agree with artificial intelligence.
Oh no!
I can pick on the ladies here because they're really good sports and they know that it's not like a deep or terribly serious thing when I'm saying it, obviously. So yeah, no, that's good. Whatever makes you comfortable, because you gotta. AI is supposed to work with you. It's not supposed to jar you out of everything you know. It's supposed to actually be a part of how you live your life, just augmented. And, as you get more comfortable, you may say, oh, I'd like to try that. Let's see how that works. Or you might say, hey, I want to use it in this area instead. And again, that's all about AI, helping you to be the adventurer in your own life and make things happen the way you want to make them happen. But better.
And then they have said for the second scenario, I think AI in this scenario, as it can read to you and you could just listen and take everything being read to you more easily than you having to read it. It's true.
There you go.
It's true. You don't have to do any of the work. You sit back.
And even thinking about that, AI could have different, like more stringent, vetting process of the articles that are coming to you. So it's great. It just feels like saving time. You're saving your brain cells. Some articles are just like inaccurate completely.
Yeah, or like so mind numbing that like let me know where the section I actually need is. If your topic is really like the mating habits of flies. Thrilling to some, boring to many, It
would have been helpful, when I was doing my dissertation at uni, where was that, But that's reminded me though, because back when I was at uni, if I had learned to code, I could have done something very special, ladies.
You could have made an AI do this stuff.
Exactly. So if you go to argon.com/vision2020, we've got a free initiative where you can learn to code, and not just regular code. You can code for AI, for artificial intelligence, and as I said, for free. So you don't have to have any prior knowledge, you don't have to have a degree, don't have to have any money, nothing. You can get started right now, right here. So go check it out. And as Lauren said, I could have coded that. I could have done it. And then, who knows, I could have got it to write my dissertation for me too.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Plagiarism if your AI that you designed is writing it. Because you designed it.
See?
If I were a professor, I would be like, it counts. You made the whole thing. It wouldn't happen like this if you didn't. It would count.
If you're at uni, you're at college, and you want it to do it, just go to argon.com/vision2020. As I said, it's free. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Yes.
Yes.
And just as a quick info for everybody, Argon is an artificial intelligence company.
Yes.
What we do is we make AI. So we have an actual AI called Argon that you talk to. It talks back to you. It can give you, services, tools, all these different things that you need. We provide the service of artificial intelligence. And one of the great services that we have is this Vision 2020 service, this initiative.
Yeah.
But of course, there's also so much that can be done with artificial intelligence, whether it's things like helping you do research, answering questions, helping you locate something that you need, or scheduling or booking appointments, talking to friends. The limits of artificial intelligence are endless, and what Argon can do for you is boundless. So definitely go to argon.com and just check out the AI itself, learn about artificial intelligence, and again, if you want to get into the experience of making AI, then Vision 2020 is our separate initiative that really works for you. But definitely go on there, go to argon.com, sign up for Argon itself, begin hanging out with our super companion today, and create a new friend. We see movies that have characters in them that are AI, but this is your chance to actually be the main character in your own story and get your AI. So, throwing it back to you, Jess.
Love it. Love it. And again, that is free as well. So yeah, you can literally have a conversation with Argon right now, how we have been talking this whole time. You know, if you want Argon to be there to walk you through a recipe, it can be done. You're feeling a bit down, you want Argon to tell you a joke, can tell you a joke. So we recommend going to the website, trying it out for yourself, because there are so many amazing features. And it's cool. That's my bias coming out. It is cool, but it's not biased because it's true. So
I share your bias, Jess. I share it.
But B3, yeah. So as always, be sure to friend us, follow us on here. You will get notified every time we get live, so you can join in just like Jay Farbs and Ashley D has done today. So thank you guys for joining in today. We really appreciate it. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, be sure to follow us on there. You can get updated with all the cool content that we have on there. And youtube.com/Argon, be sure to subscribe. We will be back on Thursday for our Throwback Thursday episode, so be sure to come and join us. So that is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. British Summer Time. But as always, thank you for everybody that has tuned in. Thank you to my lovely co-host today. We will see you Thursday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.